Hi, welcome back. I hope you had a wonderful week and you're ready for another video, another talk. This week we will talk about the famous COVID passport in aviation. Um, is this the way forward? Is this a good idea? Well, stick around. Let's talk. And let's talk about the famous COVID passports. It's been an idea that was put forward um, mid last year when everyone started thinking about how the aviation sector and the tourism sector would recover from this pandemic and what measures would be put in place in order to mitigate this issue, obviously, because with the current situation, um, it's not 100% safe um, to get people moving around. And with vaccination rollout, it was like a little light at the end of the tunnel and an opportunity for the industry to come up with ideas that would make it safer and would give this would signal governments that it would be a good option for them to open their borders. Um, why is this a good idea and why do I think this is a good idea? First, it enables movement. Um, the vaccination rollout is going on worldwide at the moment, and if um, this keeps on going in a very good pace, more and more people will be vaccinated, obviously. And it has been said the vaccine does not prevent us from getting the virus. However, it prevents us from getting a very severe disease. So if you are vaccinated, it is good for you if you have something that proves that you are vaccinated, and that will be an assurance, for example, if you want to travel. Then it will help the world economy. If this is a way that reestablishes some normality to the industry, it would obviously help industries and it would help economies worldwide, because if tourism can pick up a little bit, I'm not saying that it will be going back to a pre-COVID normal um, overnight, because that's not possible. But if um, things are starting to move towards a normality, um, it would be helping creating jobs, keeping the ones that are today struggling, and obviously that helps economies worldwide, not only in Australia but worldwide. Then it helps. It's a very positive thing for the aviation and tourism industry that have been highly affected with the pandemic, because if you are allowed to travel, airlines can start picking up and obviously increasing the frequency of their flights, and obviously with that you can also create a new thing, new ways of getting people around, which I think is important. Uh, the same for the tourism industry. There will be more people coming in, there will be more tourists, and obviously that will translate in revenue. I know that at the moment, the tourism industry is obviously really focusing on domestic tourism, because obviously if people cannot go overseas, then tourists cannot come, and they um, they'll have to be creative and try to attract the locals to visit their own countries, which I think is a great idea, by the way, because as I said in a previous video, unfortunately, most of us are always keen to go and visit other countries and discover things in other countries, and sometimes we have absolute treasures in our own and we don't visit them and we don't know about them. So I think this would be the positive about the pandemic, is that maybe it's a chance for us to discover our own countries. Then the vaccination, it's also a guarantee that the person is safe to travel. If you already have a vaccination, And uh, with that, you also have to provide that you did a COVID test and it came out negative. It is a proof that you were safe to travel, and that airlines should be confident in accept you inside their cabins. So it's a good thing. People that are vaccinated obviously are less likely to be infected and stuff. And it's a very good way rather, to establish a normality, because people are safer to travel. People are perceived also to be safe to travel, and traveling itself um, becomes um, safer or perceived as being safer, and that may just lead the way to post COVID normality. However, for all of this to be possible and for this post COVID normality to kick in and be possible, the vaccination rollout needs to be implemented, and be more and more and more people needs to be vaccinated in order to have a, a higher percentage of the world population vaccinated, and in order to make this possible and make this actually a solution. Because and then obviously the passports need to be compulsory. I know there is a lot of discussion about this, and there is actually a lot of controversy that um, in regards to um, privacy matters, etc. I honestly don't think this is any issue at all. We already have our passport that has our personal details, and this is just a passport that tells you that you have a vaccination, that you have a vaccine, and that you do not have the disease. So I don't think this is, in my view, it does not pose any privacy matters whatsoever. And it, it's just a matter of thinking. If we really want to go on our next holiday, if we really want to start traveling, and if we really want the industry to start going on again, we just need to comply. It's a simple thing. We just need to get vaccinated. We need to accept that these passports are really a very useful tool, and they may just be the way forward. And then we just need to comply with the rules, and I think we will all be fine. And that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this talk. um, if you have any ideas, if you agree with me, and if you are not ready to get this COVID passport, or you think it's not a good idea, or if you think, if you just like me, you think is just the way forward, please leave your comment, share with us your opinion, because it's always important to share our opinions and get more than one person talking. um, Put a like, the YouTube algorithm, the whole story, and subscribe the channel to get a notification of a new meeting, or of a new talk every week. Before I go, I would like to thank you all for watching. See you next time. Have a good week. Bye bye.